Hello, welcome back. So let's get started here. I was thinking about a thing that I did not share, but make sure you're logged in, okay? Because I we sometimes share equipment, so make sure you're logged in, okay, and not someone else. Okay, so here I am logged in because when you start to move projects, whoever's logged in, that's who it's going to be assigned to. So I'm logged in. And I think you remember too, when other people are logged in, we'll see them show up. Okay. Um, I'll see if throughout this different video series, hopefully I'll be able to see if I can get somebody else to log in so we can see other people logged in. But right now, the first thing you're gonna do, either that Monday morning or that Sunday night, I'm gonna try to remind you guys, come in here, make sure you're on this particular project, the 2526 project. The one with the cloud with the sky background, blue sky background. Then you're gonna go in here and pick your projects, your assignments for that particular week. Okay, the sprint starts on Monday, it ends on Friday. We start a new sprint on Monday. Monday is always a new sprint. Our sprint planning, sprint retrospective and reviews, we'll discuss those a little bit later as well. But right now, you're just gonna come in here and get your projects. You see there's 99 items in here. I don't think you want to be scrolling down, or maybe you do. But just go through and say, okay, I know I need art. So let me go to art. Let me pick up art and put it over here, those kind of things. Once you pick up a project and put it over here in progress, I'm going to show you that now. I'm going to click demo because that's my demo project that we're going to work with. I'm going to take this project, I'm going to click and drag it into the in progress column. When I do that, it's going to assign it to me. It's going to provide a due date. The due date is I'm going to go ahead and take the filter off of this right quick. The due date is based on how many the label of how many weeks. 1 week. Here these are 1 week set to 1 week. So I'm scroll down and see. There's a 3 week. 1 week. So there's mostly 1 week and 3 weeks. And it will give me a due date and a start date. Start date is going to be the day that you move it in here. Um and if it's like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. when you move it in here, it will give the next business day as a start date and then give another whole um 5 days for or a week later due date. Now, right here you see it looks like it's not assigned to me. It doesn't have a due date. I said it should. There's a refresh problem. So sometimes it's not going to refresh it. Now, I think if I let's see if I click a filter and let's see if it'll fix it. Maybe not, because still it's saying it's not assigned to me. So I'm going to click the F5 key on my keyboard and refresh. I wouldn't worry too much about this, guys. So now you can see there it is. It has a due date, it has a start date, it has assigned to me. Okay. Now, when the due date is getting close, this will change color. It will change color. I'll show you what that looks like because there's some old projects in the other one that we used to use. See that? Look at that. There's overdue since a long time ago. Okay. So there's a due date there. It will change colors when it's close to being completed. And if you recall in the last video, I mentioned that the data behind this is the same whether it's in the list, the board view, or even in the summary for that matter. Because if we go to summary right now, we should see one in progress, 98 to do, which totally makes sense, especially if you know your math. And in a list view, look at the list view here. It's showing that it's in progress, that it's assigned to me, and that it has a due date. Okay. Now, once you grab all your projects, I do recommend, it's up to you how you want to do it. You can be in a list view and go ahead and grab your projects because here you can do the same thing here. You'll click the status in there and you just say, okay, in progress. You can do that that way. Either way, it's the same thing. It's just a different way of doing it. Okay. Different, just a different set of instructions to get you there. Clicking and dragging or using a drop down to choose what status you need. Okay. Now, once you pick up all of your projects that you're going to be working on that week or assignments you're going to be working on that week, okay, everything's in there. You're going to see your I'm calling it word building here. You'll be able to find those in there. You'll find your if you are those that are taking geometry this year, you're going to see geometry in there. Um, history, American history. Those that are taking American history, it's in here. American history week 1. And you should see these are going to be set up like this: week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. As we go through the weeks for American history, you will see this. I think this is the only information I'm going to put in here. I don't think I'm going to currently come up with a new system. I hope not. But well, which is really weird. It looks like I'm already started something weird. Chapter 3, chapter 3, chapter 4. I went from week to chapters. That can't be right. Um But there should be some consistency here. And you see, we've already broke down some of that consistency. Do I need to make it week or chapters? I'll figure that out before school starts. Okay. So, guys, just go through here, pick up all of your work, and then you're done with the board. You're done with the board until you are finished. So once you're finished with your assignment, you have 2 ways to enter your grades. 2 ways. You either enter it here on the board view or the list view. These are your 2 options. It depends on you decide on which way you prefer. I'm going to go through both of them. I'm going to show you. So on the board view, you're going to click on your item. You're going to click on your subject here. And I guess I should mention this. I'm not even asking you to go in here and look at the description, but let's go through the description since it is here. It has definition of done, checklist, which we've talked about before. Before you move a task to done, check off all the items below. Now, here, I want you to mentally check these off unless you just want to come in here. Now, if you come in here and you see it looks like this and you want to check it, you really can't. You're going to have to click here and click the space bar to activate this button. Okay. I don't recommend you do this unless you just want to do this. You don't have to do this. This is not mandatory. But it is in here to just remind you what's required. Okay. This is just for requirement, so you'll know that these things are required. Complete your reading. You've watched any related videos if they've been assigned. Any kind of written or digital exercise you need to do. You've asked questions that if you didn't understand something. You reviewed and corrected any mistakes. Okay, you share with us, with mom or dad or others about what I learned. And I'm going to give you an opportunity to do that, okay? For some of your projects. It doesn't have to be for all of them, but or all your assignments, but I want to give you guys that opportunity. Test has been completed and grade has been recorded. So here, this is just a mental checklist. You do not have to check off these items, okay? When everything is checked off mentally or whatever, you can move this task to done. Here's the grade. You're going to put in your grade. If your grade, let's say I got 45 out of 50. So this is a point system, guys. Your grade is points, and then the possible points, 50. So 45 out of 50 is my grade. And then I'm going to just close this and let me make sure it saved it. It should save it automatically, even though there's a save button here to save. Okay, it will save it automatically. It's always saving your data. Okay. If you want to click save, you can. If you want to put comments in here, you can. All this stuff is optional. Okay, it is not mandatory. So here's my grades. I'm gonna close it. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to the list view here. Let's switch to the list view for just a second. My grades are here. Now, if I prefer to use the list view, same thing. I will put in 45. You see, I'm just deleting and and 50, 50. Okay. A little bit more, little faster, right? Little less steps. Just come over here. And this is where you would, so I should have mentioned this because you're going to come in here. You may end up having to update more than one at a time. This is where a filter will really be good. Find your name here and filter on yourself. Okay. So it only show your projects. So you only see your projects in here. Much easier to kind of navigate in this list. Same thing with the I'm gonna clear this filter. Same thing on the board view. If you would prefer to go in here, filter, assign to me. Okay. Couple of ways to get there. Here, I can see my work here. I can do that. Now, what you want to do once you finish your project, once the grade has been added to your project, you got two ways to do it. You can click and drag this and move it into done, or you can go to the list view and you can change your status with the drop down box and click done. Either one will work. Put your grades in first and then take the status over. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to use the status here and say done because I think once you click and put the grades in here, you click done, boom, it's done. You get this pretty little box that pops up here telling you nice one. Nice one. Okay, it's done. Okay? And you're done with that. It's there. When we review for daily scrum or maybe even it's probably going to be the sprint review in the dashboard, you'll see grades. You'll see your grade over here. You're going to see everyone's grade. Okay? This shows everyone, not just yours. It will show everyone's grade. Last refresh just now. Okay, so I just clicked on it. But if I was here for a while and I'm like, wait a second, what's going on here? I don't see my assignments. Click on this refresh button to refresh it so it can pick up the data that it needs to pick up. Okay, guys, that's it. That's all you have to do. You pick up your assignments initially, put them in the in progress, and then once you're done, record your grades, and then move them to done. Okay, it should be pretty simple. If you need help, most definitely reach out. I'm here. I don't even know why I said that because we're gonna be in contact pretty close. We're gonna meet daily. I hope we're probably gonna miss a couple of days, but we want to be committed to stay on top of things and get things done. So thank you so much. And I guess the next place we're gonna go, I don't even know where to go next. Okay, so let's just call this one done, and I will come back and hopefully have another good, cool tip for you. Talk to you later.